I'll now be introducing Pavan Kaur, a current master's student at the University of Law and a powerful spoken word poet and artist. She focuses on social issues, political movements, and issues faced by the South Asian community. At this event, Pavan will be performing a powerful 9-minute piece on the homeland of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Panjab, my mother, highlighting the social and political issues Sikhs face in Punjab. So without further ado, here is Pavan Kaur.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Before jumping into the spoken word, I just wanted to say a few words as to what inspired me to write the piece. As many of you are aware, Punjab has and is still going through so much. She has seen the fearless battles of our gurus and carries the blood of warriors in her soil. In 1947, she endured being torn in half. Our history, Guru Nanak Dev Ji's home on one side of a border and us on another. In 1984, she survived a genocide. She mourned when the Indian government decided that Sikhs no longer had the right to live. Yet Punjab lived on. She showed us strength and perseverance in a time of darkness. Now the fight for survival is absent and present, split between generations. On the one hand, you have the youth, the future of Punjab from which many are addicted to drugs, falling like dominoes one after the other. Then on the other hand, you have farmers who have sadly taken their own lives from a burden they can no longer bear. Punjab once again mourned when the Indian government decided that Sikhs no longer had the right to their livelihoods, whilst other farmers marched through the streets to Delhi as they wear their heart on their chests, fighting for their rights, for their freedom, and for the souls that are no longer with us. The farmers that have nourished the soil of our motherland and have raised crops like their own children as they carry the blood of our warriors within them. Like a mother, Punjab has given us life. She has nurtured us. She has kept on giving even when we have forgotten to give back. She has taught us how to fight against injustice, to keep our heads high despite all the pain. But how much more can she take? Her waters have been polluted. She has been bruised and broken more times than we can count on our fingers. She has watched the life drain from her children. A land that we all hold so dear is suffering. Her cries are ignored. Her voice is censored on social media. Who will give her strength? And that's the reason I was drawn to write this piece. So here it goes. My mother, Punjab. She used to dress in colourful fulgari. She used to sing, creating poetry from a language she birthed. She used to dance to her own rhythms alongside her sisters, Janab and Ravi. She was once so full of life, my mother, Punjab, now dresses in white. As she carries the burden of her fallen children, she watches as they turn into ashes and return to the land they were born in. She no longer cries, sings, but you can hear her cries in the fields where farmers sow their seeds so a population can eat. The same farmers that are brought to their knees with crippling debts, yet the population doesn't see. The same farmers that take their own lives in fields that give you yours. Yes, you can hear my mother's cries as they travel through her streets, echoing in the alleys of an abandoned religion where Chitta no longer represents the colour of my mother's clothes, the Chitta that has now become a trend. You can hear my mother's cries as they enter the homes of the vanishing youth. My mother, Punjab, she no longer dances since the day they poisoned her sisters, but you can see her rhythms as they transform into waves trying to force the toxins out. My mother, Punjab, no longer full of life. My mother, Punjab, clutches onto her mother, India, begging to be seen and begging to be saved, yet she looks the other way and continues to invite death to my mother's doorstep. Whether it's through genocides or subtly disguised, she will cripple her, kill her, do anything but accept her like a mother carrying her daughter in her womb, only to neglect her once she is born. It's like the fate of my sisters started with my mother, Punjab. Thank you.